The offense so far, do you feel like they picked up maybe from where they left off in both practices?
Well, I think that's hard to determine because we haven't been in pads yet. You know, we're going into pads today. So, but what I've been really encouraged by is our focus on offense and our effort. And one thing I would say is just comparing, you know, being here for a full year, comparing like the first couple practices of spring last year to now, is our style of play is better. We're not where we want to be yet, but it's better.
Who are you working at left tackle?
Well, we're working right now, Drew Richmond and Daltavius Blair. And, you know, we'll end up getting into rotating people, as we said, you know, in the first press conference. We'll start rotating guys around at some point.
The passing game specifically, what are you looking to see from that in terms of strides from last season with so many people back?
Well, the thing is we talked about, like, we're going to do third down today, and that's all about protecting the edges. And we talked about protecting the edges. That's, you know, people up front, you know, taking care of their responsibility, and our tackles taking care of the edge of the pocket, and then obviously working the outside with the wide receivers and obviously our tight ends and man coverage, things like that. So the thing that we want to do with the passing game is continue to build it, and you know, we've got guys out there right now that are doing a really good job.
More specifically in the passing game, is it a higher percentage? Is it more splash plays? Where would you like to improve?
Well, I think that number one, if you look at our pass efficiency, it got a lot better last year. So we were efficient with what we did, but probably didn't do it as much on early downs, mixed downs. We were second in the conference in the passing game, or overall in third downs, I should say. We were second in the conference, and we were first in fourth down. So, and when you look at our throw game in 3rd and 7 to 10 and 3rd and 4 to 6, it was very effective, and it was above the averages that you want on third down. So, you know, the thing is that I've just got to start working our throw game in on mixed downs a little bit more, which, you know, we plan to do.
I know it's just been a couple of days, Mike, but on that left tackle spot, what have you seen out of Drew?
Well, I see a guy that is maturing. He really is focused right now, and you know, he's really working hard at the techniques. But, you know, again, it's 2 days and no pads, and, you know, we've got to be patient, and we've got to, you know, continue to work all those guys and just continue to get better every practice.
Of those young receivers that you're finally, you know, getting a real chance to see, obviously the newcomer in Jeff George, and a guy like Vincent Perry, what have you seen out of your receiver corps through the 2 days?
Well, I think that you know, they should be improved upon last season, you know, because of the experience and all that, which they are. And you know, I see them really working at the details, the breaking point. We're really working hard at that. We're working on releases. We're working on, you know, catching the ball versus with contested throws. So I just think that right now we're improved upon where we were.
When you have as many returning players as you have, is this spring about only, you know, focusing more on technique? Is it about experimenting with more things as opposed to installing a system? And what's the focus overall for you this spring?
Well, it starts with the techniques and the fundamentals, and we want to continue to improve upon those every practice. And then the other thing is we are adding some wrinkles to the offense, and so we've already started that process, and so we will continue to do that through spring. But we've got to become a better football team, you know, fundamentally, offensively.
Do you like where Dobbs is with his fundamentals and his techniques in the passing game, or does he need a little work there?
I don't know that as a coach you're ever pleased with somebody's fundamentals and techniques. I think, yeah, that's what coaching is all about. You want them to get better. And, you know, Josh is working real hard at getting better at that. He's improved some footwork things, and so he's working at getting better right now. So we'll continue to do that.
Where is kind of the room to grow for him? I guess when you look at him mechanically, where is the area that you're saying, okay, if we get that cleaned up?
In this offense, a lot of offenses in today's college football, there's a lot of different throws with their feet. And people don't realize that. They think it's the old game of just the 3-step, 5-step drop, and it's the same over and over and over. It's not. The footwork is totally different now with all the different kinds of plays you have. So he's really working hard at owning that footwork on all the throws. And so that's something that he's continuing to improve upon and working at.
You think he's pretty efficient throwing on the run, rolling left or rolling right?
I do, yeah. I mean, you saw that last year, right? I mean, he got out and he escaped sometimes, and he made a lot of plays on the run. So he's good at that. Does a nice job of that.
Mike, with Preston Williams, he seems to have a different kind of energy or spirit about him in the first couple days of practice. Is that just because he's 100% healthy and he feels good about himself? It just seems he's a little bit different than he was in the fall.
Yeah, that's probably a good question for Preston, but just looking at him and being around him, I would say that, I think all players mature every year, and he is more matured right now, and he's going at practice a different way, and I really I like the way he's focused right now.
And with Larry Scott, where would you say it's been most beneficial now that he's been in here, a guy that has head coach experience? Has he been able to help add on to the offense or anything like that?
Sure, he sure has. He's a great addition. He's a great person. He's a great football coach, great recruiter. He brings all that, and we've really. I think it's always good to have a fresh set of eyes, and just when we went through our cut-ups, we went through our system. He was the first guy I would ask a question to because of his fresh set of eyes that he had upon our system and the way we're doing things. And then, he's got experience with other parts of offense, other maybe new pass plays, new runs, whatever. And so, we're always continuing to look to get better, and we've added some things that way.
What do you think about Jason Krum as a tight end so far? Where do you feel like, what kind of growth have you seen from him, and how do you feel like he fits this offense there?
I really, Jason, obviously came to us about moving there. So that's part of it, is he really wanted to do this. And then the other part of it is, physically, he's, in our opinion, he's a mismatch. I mean, he's going to be able to get on people and create mismatches for us as an advantage. So I really like the way he's focused. After the first practice, he came up to me and says, I got to work on my get-offs a little better. So he's really into this and making it go. So, he's going to help us.
How enjoyable is it to coach a guy like Alvin Kamara, who is so versatile that you can use him in different ways?
Well, it's a big advantage, and, not going to say what we're going to do with him, but we're going to have some things for him that are special that way. So just looking to, other ways of, maybe find a way to get him the football. Question over here?
Do you think you guys are going to try to work room into the slot?
I'm not going to really talk about like where we're going to put people because, that's kind of a scheme thing, and I don't want to really talk about schemes for our opponents, so I really don't want to talk about like where we'll place guys.
Anything else? Hey, appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.